I've tried to go to lawyers and get help.
Kimora Lee Simmons hasn't had it easy when it comes to love. Her children's fathers have completely abandoned her, leaving her to take care of her 5 kids all by herself. But through it all, Kimora still finds a way to be the best mother she can be.
Please don't attack my children. They've been through so much.
And she's proved time and time again that she doesn't need anyone's help. Kimora first got married when she was only 23 years old. She married Russell Simmons and had 2 children with him before they ultimately divorced. After that, she was with Jaimin Hansu for 5 years and she had 1 child with him. Then in 2014 until just last year, she was married to Tim Leisner, with whom she had 1 more child and even adopted another one during their relationship. But her last relationship seemed to have gone down in flames, as her ex Tim is now involved in a $4 billion fraud case. Sadly for Kimora, she feels as though she's run into a con artist every step of her love journey. And these guys were all pretty bad, with her ex Russell suing both Kimora and Tim in 2021, claiming that they stole his stocks in an energy drink company to pay for Tim's bail. After that, it was revealed that Tim had actually faked divorce papers from his previous marriage and was still married to someone else when he married Kimora. Kimora says that through all of this, she's been left incredibly hurt and bruised by her relationships. And when you start to look at who these men are, it doesn't really come as a surprise that none of them are involved in their children's lives. Kimora did admit that it probably looks like the common factor between all of these relationships is her, but she doesn't believe she's the problem. She thinks that these failed relationships are more about her personality and her stance in society. Kimora said that powerful men, like the men that she's dated, all have big egos inside, which she just couldn't continue to feed into. So she said that they all left her to just do everything on her own. When she says that she's a single mother, she really does mean it. Apparently, she hardly ever talks to them at all, and she admitted that it's been years since she last talked to Russell. But through it all, she remained strong and realized that she got 5 beautiful children out of all of it, and for that, she couldn't be more grateful. Earlier this year in May, Kimora opened up to people about what her role as a mother means to her. Even though she didn't want to start crying, she was just really happy to be celebrating Mother's Day with the ones she really cared about. On the same day, she even hosted a private event for a non-profit organization called Smile Train, which helps children with cleft palates. And through her work with the nonprofit, she feels like all the kids she's helped are kind of like her kids too. Every single day, she wakes up and thinks about her children and what she can do for the children of Smile Train, and that's all she ever wants to think about. She also said that mothers everywhere know what that's like, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you're rich and famous. All women are a mother, an aunt, a family member, a community person, or a caregiver, and all anyone wants to do is try to make everything come together. Kimora would do anything for her children, and since she's so close with them, they would also do anything for her. And what was made even more obvious when in June, one of her daughters wished Kimora a happy Father's Day instead of her dad Russell. When he found out about it, things got nasty pretty quick, and he responded on an Instagram story. The post said that everyone should stop telling fathers that they should have fought harder to see their children and start asking mothers what they had to fight at all. The post was a pretty direct dig at Kimora and made it seem as though she was keeping the children away from him. So she responded through an Instagram live recounting all the alleged mistreatment that both she and her daughters had to endure during their relationship. She said that his gaslighting went under the radar because of his popularity and status. During an interview with Bustle, Kimora addressed the dispute, which ended up going viral. She said that she was proud of herself and her daughters for finally speaking up. For years, she said that she just quietly took it, but she knows now that she doesn't have to do that anymore. At the end of the day, she said that you're only with yourself when you go to sleep at night, so you have to be proud of the things you do, and no one should allow themselves to be bullied or pushed over, even if it's coming from someone close to you or someone that you cared about at one point. Her daughter sticking up for her in that moment was especially sweet too, because it really just showed how great of a parent Kimora is and just how much she means to her children. But anyway, what do you guys think about all this? Do you think that she really is the common factor in all these failed relationships, or do you think it's something else? What are your thoughts on all these men leaving her to raise so many children alone? Let me know what you think in the comments below.